Hello everyone. We are talking about the first conditional. What is the first conditional? The first conditional is a grammar structure in English used to talk about real or possible situations in the future and their consequences. How is formed? It's formed for if, present simple, will, and verb in base form. For example, if it rains, I will stay at home. If you study hard, you will pass the exam. When do we use it? For real future possibilities. When you something is likely to happen in the future. For example, if you study hard, you will pass the exam. So, promise and offers. When you want to promise and offer something based on a condition. For example, if you need help, I will help you. Dream warnings and threats. When you give a warning about a possible consequence. 4. Plans and decisions. When you talk about future plans depending on a situation. For example, if it rains tomorrow, we will stay home. 5. Cause and effect. To show a direct consequence of an action. If you leave now, we will catch the train. The form affirmative is if, one subject and the verb in present simple. Subject will, verb in base form. For example, if she knew the answer, she would tell you, if it rains tomorrow, I will stay at home. If you study hard, you will pass the test. If we leave now, we will catch the train. The negative sentences, it's if, subject, use do or does with not. It's does or doesn't, base verb in base form, subject, and will not or won't. For example, if it doesn't rain, we won't stay home. If it doesn't rain, we will stay at home. Or if it rains, we won't stay at home. And for conditional questions, start with the main clause using will. Add the if clause with present simple. For example, will you call me if you arrive late? Will they help us if we ask? And the answers is yes, I will, or no, I won't. For example, when you want more information, add a WH word at the beginning. What will you do if rains? If it rains, I will stay at home. Something key tips. Use present simple after if. For example, if it rains, I will stay at home. It's correct. If it will rain, I will stay at home. It's incorrect. Use will only in the main clause. For example, if you study, you will pass the exam. It's correct. If you will study, you will pass the exam. It's incorrect. Will is used 2 times. The if clause can go first or second. If you can the first, use comma. If you use for second, the comma don't use. For example, if I have time, comma, I will call you. I will call you if I have time. The next is use a comma if comes first. The contractions sound more natural. I will eat ill, you will you'll, we will well, they will they'll, he will he'll, she will she'll, it will it. The yes or no questions invert the wheel. Will you help me if I need it? Will I be expensive if we travel in summer? Will you stay home if it rains tomorrow? And one tip is practice mixing positive, negative, and questions. Other uses is expressing real but no immediate consequences. If we save more money this year, we will buy a house the next summer. It's used to talk about real results in the distant future, not just immediate ones. For academic or scientific context, for example, if the climate continues to change, many species will disappear. It is used for cause and effect relationships in the future. Three, formal discussions, plans, and predictions. If the company lowers its price, it will attract more customers. It helps to predict logical or strategic results, useful in business and planning, for giving warning or serious consequences. If you don't follow the instructions, the experiment will fail. It is also used to warn about important risks, not just everyday things. Making decisions based on future conditions. If they sign the contract, we will start the project. It is used in negotiations, agreements, and decision making. Storytelling and narrative. If the hero opens the wrong door, he will face the monster. It is used in stories, games, or books. The first conditional shows the consequence of actions. And seven, rules or conditional instructions. If you press the button, the machine will start. And this is all. The first conditional. Thank you.